working? Can you all hear me? Can you understand me? Do I have anybody in here? Looks like we got Sam Jr. Hey, Ken, what's up, buddy? What's going on, man? Tony Movie Chappy, so is it working? I hope so. You all tell me. Tony said, hey, Sam Jr., hi, Tony. 4K Media guys in here. What's up, everybody? What up? What is up, everybody? Tony said, hey, Sam Jr., hi, 4K Media guys in here. What's up? All right. You guys are going to have to bear with me for a second. I'm trying to figure this out and everything and make sure that everything's working properly. I'm doing this from my phone. So if you don't know, once you hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, you're able to go live from your phone. And as most everybody knows, I do everything on my phone. I shoot all my videos on my phone. I edit on my phone. So now I can go live on YouTube on my phone, and that's pretty badass if I'm being honest. So now I get to actually talk with you all and interact with you all in this way, and that's really freaking cool. So yeah, I don't know how many people is going to come here. You know, what we're going to talk about, I don't really have an agenda other than the fact that I just wanted to test this out and see how it worked. But you know, we could turn this into a Q&A. Y'all could ask me stuff. We could talk about Wonder Woman 84. That came out over the weekend. We could talk some Mandalorian. Whatever you guys want to talk about. But if you guys could be so kind to hit that like button for me, I would definitely appreciate it. So let's see who else we got in here. We got a couple other people. Vinny Conrad said special appearance. Full of Geeks. Yeah, you know, I'm back live on YouTube again. That's kind of cool. I've been going live on my Instagram page, but yeah, I haven't been live on YouTube since, well, 2 hours ago. I actually went live with AJ on his channel, AJ Reacts too, but it's been a while. So yeah, this is really cool. I've got you guys in the chat down here on my computer, and I also have you up here. I can probably see it better down here, but I don't know if it's going to be delayed or anything like that. All right, let's see. Certain Vids is here. What's up, man? What's up, Certain Vids? Glad to have you in here. Sam Jr. said, yay, Ken, it's working. I'm glad it's working. How's the sound? Is my audio okay? Is my microphone doing the clicking thing again? Or can you all hear me okay? All right. Yeah, this is cool, guys. Radford Rams is here. How's Wonder Woman 1984? We can talk about Wonder Woman 1984, but if you want to see my full thoughts in depth, you can check out my review, which I dropped, I believe, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. Last night I dropped a Wonder Woman 1984 review, so you guys can check that out. But spoiler alert, you could probably tell by my thumbnail image, I didn't like it so much. I wasn't a huge fan of Wonder Woman 1984. But yeah, we could talk about that in a second. 4K Media guys here. You excited for Obi-Wan Kenobi show? Absolutely, I'm excited for that. I couldn't be any higher on Star Wars right now. I just finished season 2 of The Mandalorian, and we can talk about that for a second because damn was that finale epic. And I'm not going to spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it yet. I wouldn't want to do that because I got this show spoiled for me, because literally the morning The Mandalorian dropped the finale, there's thumbnail images of who shows up at the end of it. I'm like, who does that? Why would you post a thumbnail image of a spoiler to the show? I just don't get that. I get that people are hungry for clicks and likes or whatever, but like, that's not the way to go about it. And the finale was epic. The entire season was great. The only episode that I didn't love was episode 2 with the spiders and everything. Other than that, I loved everything from the moment they met Bo-Katan. It was a little bit of like, hey, remember this? Member berries, Luke Skywalker. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Oh God, I spoiled it. I hope, I mean, most everybody knows, right? But I don't want to be that guy that spoils The Mandalorian. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. But Boba Fett came back, Ahsoka Tano, freaking awesome. So I apologize for that. Let's see. Ken, did you have a Merry Christmas? I did. Did you have a Merry Christmas, Sam? What'd you get? What did you get for Christmas? I want to know. Did you get some cool Blu-rays or 4Ks perhaps? Let's see. But yeah, the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, I think directed by Deborah Chow, who's doing that one. And she did a lot of the Mandalorian episodes, I think, in the first season. And they were all excellent. So I'm excited for that show for sure, especially with Hayden Christensen coming back. Tony Movie Chappie said, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas this year. Hope you did too, man. Hope you did too. Yeah, if anybody got any cool stuff for Christmas, let me know in the chat below. I'd love to hear about it. Some new 4Ks, some new steelbooks, DVDs maybe. People still getting DVDs, some VHSs. I don't know. Let's see. Reaction for Life said, do you shop at Half Price Books for movies? Yes, I do. I actually have several thrifting videos on this channel where I go to Half Price Books. I think I dropped a video a couple of weeks ago, actually, where I went to a Half Price Books and did like a challenge video where I limited myself to like 20 bucks, and I went in there and saw what all I could pick up for $20. So that was pretty cool. All right, let's see. Brock Opside's in here. Look at this guy doing a live stream. I know, man. It's so weird, isn't it? I'm doing a live stream. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. This is actually pretty cool though, like how you could like set it up and everything. I've never done this from like this side. I've always just joined the live streams, but I don't know. It's pretty cool. Look at me. I'm growing up here on YouTube. I appreciate everybody that's in here tonight, man. I really do. Let's see. This sounds good. Oh, he said the sound is good. Awesome. Awesome. Radford Rams, what's your 2020 top 10 movies? So I will actually be doing a video of my top 10 2020 movies at some point on here, whether that's mid-January, late January. I don't usually like rushing to get my top 10 of the year out of the way because I like to make sure I saw everything that I want to see. And there's still quite a few movies that I want to see, like Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, some Netflix movies like Hillbilly Elegy. There's some other movies, Spontaneous Young Woman that just came out. Is that the one? Is that what it's called? Or is it something? I feel like it's something else, but I think Spontaneous is another movie that I want to see. Promising Young Woman, that's the other one I want to see that came out. So yeah, I want to make sure I've seen everything before I just pop my list out there like that. I will say so far for the year, some of my favorites are, I really liked Becky. I don't know if anybody remembers Becky. I think it came out over the summer. Kevin James in it. Yeah, that came out over the summer. And Mank. I loved Mank on Netflix. I know a lot of people weren't that high on it, but I love that movie. And Bad Boys for Life, man. I'll stick with that movie probably to the end of the year. That's probably going to be in my top 5 because I absolutely loved how they brought Martin Lawrence and Will Smith back in that movie. They had such great chemistry. I thought the movie was fantastic. I thought the action was great. It was such a return to form for that franchise, and I love that franchise. At least the first film. The second one, I'm okay with, but it's not as great as the first one. I just thought that Bad Boys for Life was like such a return to form for that series. I loved it. Loved it. Couldn't have worked out any better. So yeah, I'll be doing my top 10 2020 movies for sure. Andrew Fio is in here. What's up? What is up, man? How you doing tonight? Sam Jr. Ken, what's your least favorite DC movie? You want me to go ahead and say it, Sam? I'll go ahead and say it. It's Wonder Woman 1984. I was thinking about this a lot, actually. And I even said it I changed my mind during my video review of Wonder Woman 1984. I'm like, if it wasn't for Suicide Squad or Justice League, Wonder Woman 84 would be the worst. If it wasn't for those total failures of a movie. But I have to say when you take everything into account, just the expectations of Wonder Woman 1984, considering how much I loved the first one. I had the Steelbook, I had the freaking Target edition lenticular cover. I've got a Blu-ray, I've got a 4K of the movie. I love this movie. I love that movie. I love what Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot did with that. Wonder Woman 1984, what it was, is a complete failure. It's a complete failure of a movie. I at least had some fun with Suicide Squad. I at least enjoyed parts of Justice League. But yeah, it's Wonder Woman 1984. I think it's the worst DCU movie, and that really hurts me to say, but it's true. 4K Media Guy, people want to spoil everything, I know. And look, I'm a hypocrite because I talked all that crap and then I spoiled it myself. Let's see, 4K Media Guy, I picked up UB820 4K player. It was on sale at Best Buy, which is rare to see. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Andrew Fio said, I got Glengarry Glen Ross. Is that the Shout Factory version? You get the Shout Factory version? Did that come out yet? I remember posting about that like a few months ago, but I didn't know if that actually came out yet. Radford Ram says, how's your eBay site? To be honest with you, man, I put like 20 things on it and nothing's really been selling. I might have to get it on there and like lower my prices or something, but I haven't been paying attention to it as much. I used to do a lot of eBay and then I kind of got out of it. I don't know. It's hard for me to keep up with um, all that stuff. So I don't know. I'm trying to, most of the stuff I've gotten those thrifting videos, I've decided I'm probably just going to end up keeping. I'll sell whatever sells on eBay, but I'm not going to really do anything with it. Let's see. Tony Movie Chappie said, "You're doing a pretty good job, Ken." Thank you, Tony. Thank you for being here too. I appreciate it. Man, I appreciate it. I got 11 people in here right now. Again, guys, if you can hit that like button for me, I'd appreciate it. But I appreciate all the support. Like this is a very random live stream that I just like decided to do like 30 minutes ago. And it's late at night. I mean, it's almost midnight. I don't want to go like too long, but you know, I'll go as long as you guys are willing to go, I guess. Let's see. Reaction for Life is here. What's up? Reaction Life 21 said, "I shop at Half Price Books. Does getting Blu-ray or DVD matter?" You know, I buy Blu-rays and DVDs now and 4Ks. Obviously, I want Blu-rays or 4Ks. That's what I aim to get most of the time. But I really don't care to buy DVDs anymore either. I just want to own the films. I just want to have them in my collection. That's really all that matters to me at this point. 4K Media Guy said, "Did you hear Spaceballs getting a 4K release?" I did. I actually released a video on that a couple of weeks ago, detailing all the special features and stuff. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I love Spaceballs. It's a freaking classic Mel Brooks comedy. It's probably the first Mel Brooks film I ever saw. I actually don't maybe it was Men in Tights, Robin Hood, but I think I saw Spaceballs first. I feel like I saw Spaceballs before I actually saw Star Wars. That's how before, because I didn't really get into Star Wars till I was like 10 or 11 with the special edition movies that came out. So yeah, I didn't, I think I saw Spaceballs when I was like 7 or 8. I love that movie growing up. I watched it all the time. So yeah, I'm excited for that 4K. I'm definitely gonna pick that up. The Brock side said, or the Brock op side said, "As a Christmas gift to myself, I got a Blue Yeti mic and some Sony headphones." Yeah, I really need to get like a Blue Yeti mic and some headphones. And I need to up my game. I will. I'll do it eventually, guys. I promise. I won't always just be on a cell phone and have a little silly $10 mic attached to my shirt. But we'll get there. We'll get there. The Movie Geek said, "Hello, hello, the Movie Geek. How are you doing tonight, man? I love the Movie Geek. I think I joined his live stream a couple of nights ago, maybe. Yeah, it was awesome." Andrew Fio said, "I got Home Alone 4K. Awesome. How does it look in 4K?" I got an interesting story about Home Alone as far as like physical media, streaming, and all that. So me and my family started watching it on Disney Plus like a couple of weeks ago, and it wasn't lagging, but it was like speeding up in spots, and it was really jumpy and stuff in certain sequences. It was really weird what it was doing. And I was like, I got to turn this off and put my Blu-ray in. And it's like, this is the instance of, this is why I own physical media versus streaming, because it's the superior way to watch a movie. It's like you're never going to get the quality that you could get on streaming, that you can get on the physical form, on the Blu-ray or the 4K. So yeah, I do want to get that 4K at some point. I just didn't rush to get it. That Steelbook was awesome though. I liked it. Tony Movie Chappie said, hold on, I've lost my place here. "Becky was awesome. Definitely one of the favorite movies of 2020. Yeah, I love Becky. It surprised the hell out of me. Really fun movie. Really fun movie. It was kind of Home Alone-esque in nature. I would say so. I love that movie. Really good. Sam Jr. said, "What's your favorite moment in Doctor Sleep?" Whew, that's a tough one. I love Doctor Sleep. I think Sam knows that. Man, it's hard. I don't want to just say the end where they go back to the hotel because it's kind of a cliche answer. I feel like a lot of people would say that. I will say one of the most disturbing moments of that movie is the Jacob Tremblay scene where he gets murdered by Rebecca Ferguson, Rose the Hat. Sorry, spoiler alert, but it's a really, really disturbing, messed up scene. Yeah, I don't know. It was really hard to watch too, and I feel like it's hard to do that kind of stuff, pull that kind of stuff off nowadays, and not make it seem like it's gratuitous. Yeah, basically anything with Rose the Hat in it, any scene with her, I loved her in that movie. I thought she was the best villain of 2019. Radford Ram says Suicide Squad is the worst. Yeah, it's not a good movie. I'll say that it's not a good movie, but everything when you consider like the hype going into Wonder Woman 1984, how great that first Wonder Woman was, and how they dropped the ball, how hard they dropped the ball with Wonder Woman 1984. Um, I don't know, man. When all that being considered, I think it's the worst. I think it's the worst, and Suicide Squad's above it by default, even though I don't think that or Justice League are good movies either. Andrew Fio said, yes, I did. Awesome. Tony Movie Chappie said, I feel like the reason why I love Wonder Woman 1984 is because I have very low expectations. Well, is that because you didn't like the first Wonder Woman? I wonder. And it's okay if you like Wonder Woman 1984. Hey, I'm not here to discredit anybody that likes any movie, because I think that's the fun of watching movies and talking about movies, is we all watch and view them differently. And just because I don't like something doesn't mean that you have to not like it. Like, you can like it too. It's perfectly fine. So yeah, let's see. 4K Media guy said the good, the bad, the ugly coming out on 4K. Can't wait. I know, that is awesome. I did hear that news. I might be doing some kind of a special features revealed video on that if I have time this week. But I'm going to get into like my schedule and what I'm going to come out this week on my channel here in a second, because I got a jam-packed week, a lot of end of the year stuff I want to try to wrap up this week. But yeah, I might be doing something on that. I've never seen that movie, to be honest. So I do want to check it out when it comes out. The mic is clicking again. Oh no, is it clicking now? Is it clicking now? I like this mic. This mic like sounds pretty good. I don't know why it clicks. I honestly don't know why it clicks. It's like random. It makes editing videos a pain in the ass, though. I'll say that. Let's see. Did you pick up Twins on Blu-ray? No, that came out in November, didn't it? No, I didn't pick that up. The Shout Factory. I didn't pick that one up. I do like that movie, though. I do like that movie. Sam Jr. said physical media for life. That's right, buddy. Physical media for life. Andrew Fio says, I love it in 4K. Awesome, man. Which movie are you talking about? Oh, Home Alone. Home Alone. Let's see. Radford Ram says, what's your last 4K movie buy? Let's see. Let's see. Pull something off the shelf. Yeah, if you guys want to ask me about anything that's behind me, feel free. But I got Tenet on 4K. I think that's my last one. It's either Tenet or Total Recall, which I think I picked up Total Recall before Tenet, actually. But I do plan on doing a review, finally sitting down and watching this movie this week, because I bought it a few weeks ago. So I do plan on doing a review for this 4K this week on my channel. I think I'm going to have that dropping on Friday. So let's see. The Movie Geek. I am good. It's been a chill Sunday, and I like that. I watched A Matter of Life and Death and Bullet today. I've never even heard of either one of those movies. Never heard of either one of those. Mitchell, the movie man, said underrated movie, Dr. Sleep. I know, man. That movie is so freaking good. So freaking good. I loved it. I mean, I love The Shining. Like, I'm just a big Shining fan. It's my second favorite horror movie of all time. So, yeah, Dr. Sleep was incredible. I think what they did with the movie and what a disaster it could have potentially have been. I couldn't imagine. I came out of that theater watching. Remember when we all used to go to theaters? I came out of that theater just like so happy. I was like, this is like the best possible scenario for how this movie could have came out. It's like perfect, better than I could have ever imagined a sequel to The Shining being. It's like they could have easily dropped the ball, and they didn't. Everything was perfect. I mean, that's how good Mike Flanagan is, I think, as a director. And he loves The Shining. He loved that property. The fact that he towed the line perfectly between Stanley Kubrick's 1980 Shining and the book, which Stephen King notoriously does not like The Shining, the movie. He doesn't like what Stanley Kubrick did with it and Jack Torrance as a character. The fact that he made a sequel to both The Shining, the book, and The Shining, the movie, and made it so perfect, it's incredible what he did with that movie. I don't think it gets enough credit. Not enough people went out to see it. It only made like 15 million opening weekend. Yeah, it definitely deserved more eyes on that movie, and it was one of my favorite movies of last year. I think it was officially my favorite movie last year, but then I saw 1917 after I made my list. Again, that's why I like to wait a little bit, because I think I made my list a little early last year. I saw 1917 like mid-January, and that instantly became my favorite film of 2019. So, but that was probably my number two was Doctor. I love Doctor Sleep. Let's see here, guys. Radford Ramp says, "Are you going to have a 2020 top five favorite steelbook?" So I'm going to reveal what I'm going to do here in a second this week, but it's going to be something along those lines. Not exactly that, but it's going to be something along those lines. But think bigger and broader. Sam Jr. said, "What's the craziest movie you found at Dollar Tree?" The craziest or like the best movie? I think the best movie I found at Dollar Tree was Her with Joaquin Phoenix, that sci-fi film that came out in 2013. I think that was the craziest movie that I saw at a Dollar Tree. Or not crazy, but the best movies. Now the craziest movie, I don't know. I got Piranha Double D last week. I got like a shark, some kind of mecha shark versus Godzilla movie there. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I got a bunch of like Dollar Tree stacks like scattered around my room. I am in desperate need of like a reorganization of my shelves. Like I keep adding all this physical media everywhere. I'll turn the camera a little bit. As you can see over there, I just have stuff like stacked all lazily on the shelves. And I really need to organize everything, and get some better stuff behind me for you guys to see. But all right, guys, let's see what we got here. Sam Jr. said, "What's your favorite Dr. Seuss movie?" Probably The Grinch 2000. Probably The Grinch 2000. I watched that on Christmas Eve morning, and I know some people don't like it. I know some people say that the first or the original cartoon Grinch is the best, but I actually like the Jim Carrey version the best, if I'm being honest. All right. Radford Ram says, "Are you going to have your new release physical media Tuesday?" No, I'm going to do the physical media report tomorrow. I guess I'll go ahead and get into my schedule for the week real quick. So I'm going to do the physical media report tomorrow. It's probably going to be very short unless I can come up with some other stuff to talk about because there's really not a lot coming out this week. The only thing you really have is that Liam Neeson movie. I can't remember what it was called, but there's a Liam Neeson movie coming out on Blu-ray this week, and that's really like it. So there's really not going to be a lot for me to cover unless there's some news and announcements and stuff that break between now and then. Tuesday, I'm going to be doing, or hold on, I also plan on watching. I actually started Soul last night. I got like 15 minutes into it, so I need to finish that. I'm probably going to finish that tomorrow, and I'm going to try to get a review for Soul up either tomorrow night or early Tuesday morning, sometime within there. I might be some where I film it tomorrow night and then I edit it to like 2:30 in the morning and then I put it out then. It might be when my review of Soul is going to be dropping. And then Tuesday, I'm going to be doing my Blu-ray hunt. So we'll try to figure out something to do then with only one movie coming out this week. And then Wednesday, this is my big video. This is the big one that I'm going to do my top 50 2020 pieces of physical media that were released in 2020. So the top 50 best physical media releases of 2020, that is going to be on Wednesday is when I'm going to be dropping that video. So look forward to that because there was so much great physical media released this year. Like I know we can't say anything good about the movie releases and theatrical release films and stuff like that. That was a shit show. But as far as like physical media releases that came out this year, God, it was such a freaking good year. So much good stuff that came out this year. I can't wait to do that. I'm going to start organizing all my physical media when I get off of the stream tonight, actually, to prepare for that video because that's going to be a big one. And on Thursday, I'm not doing my top 10 or top 20 movies of the year yet, but I watched a lot of movies for the first time this year, a lot of classic movies. I'm going to do my top 25 first-time watches of 2020. So all the films that I watched for the first time in 2020, that's what I'm going to do a list for on Thursday, on New Year's Eve. So that'll be fun right there. And then Friday, I'm going to do the Total Recall 4K review. And then on Saturday, I'm going to drop, let's see if I can grab it. I'm going to drop a review for Videodrome, David Cronenberg's Videodrome, on the Criterion Collection, and I'm going to drop that on Saturday. So I actually put up a poll on my YouTube that asked you guys if you wanted me to do a review for Videodrome or Skinners, the other David Cronenberg film. And this one won like overwhelmingly. A lot of people voted for this one. So that's the one I'm going to do this week. And then next Sunday, I'll be back for another live stream. I want to make these live streams where I get to interact with you all, a weekly thing. And Sunday nights, I think it's going to be a good spot for me to do these live streams, because usually I get off of work on Sundays, and that kind of starts my quote unquote weekend, because I work weekends. I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I work like 13, 14-hour days. That's just how my schedule is. And then I'm off for 4 days. So I think this will be a good thing for me to do to like kick off my week. And then I can get into like doing my videos and stuff for the rest of the week. So yeah, that's my plan though right now, guys. So be sure to stay tuned for all those videos and check them out, and like and comments and all that good stuff. So let's see what we got here in the chat, guys. I appreciate you guys being here tonight. That's awesome that you guys are here. What's the craziest? Oh, no, I already said that. Did you watch Lava Girl and Shark Boy 2? No, I've never seen any of those movies, man. Never seen any of those movies. Tony Movie Chappie said, all right, Ken, I had a very long day today and I'm very tired. I'm going to bed. I hope you have a great live stream tonight. You did a very good job on your first test. Hope to see you do more in the future. I definitely am, and I appreciate you joining me tonight, Tony. You know, I do understand that it's late, and a lot of people, this is when y'all are getting ready to go to bed. People are going to work tomorrow. I appreciate everybody that's here so much. So yeah, thank you guys. Radford Ram says, what's your favorite physical media box set? I'll grab it real quick. I'll grab it off the shelf. I think most people will know this. It's the Friday the 13th box set, guys. It's the Friday the 13th box set. That's the best physical media release that came out in 2020. Oh, spoiler alert for my list, but that might not be number one. It might be something else. It'll definitely top 5 though, for sure. Top 5. But yeah, I was over the moon for this freaking set when it came out, and I've watched 7 of these movies so far. I got 5 more to go. I'm hoping to get back into my slasher review series sometime in January, because I do want to finish that up. I had a lot of fun doing that, even though I didn't get the most views and engagement from those videos. I had a blast doing them. I loved watching these movies. The transfers on all the ones I've watched so far are freaking fantastic. The special features are great. I love everything about this set right here. The artwork, it's just so freaking phenomenal. And I know like people had issues with it, and there were some discs that were messed up and stuff. I haven't really noticed anything with mine, if I'm being honest. But you know, it was such an ambitious project for Screen Factory to take on, and it's like all these great movies and classic slasher films and stuff like that. It's like, come on, guys. It's like, cut them a break. They did their best, and they gave us something. They had to battle so many rights issues to get all these films together, because they were made by so many different production studios. And I just think it was great. And it was such a great surprise when it dropped over the summer that they were releasing it. Yeah, freaking awesome. Theo said, stop, I'm gonna shoot. Is getting a Blu-ray. Is such a damn bad movie. Yeah, Mill Creek is releasing that. Hopefully I'll be getting the press release thing so I can sign up to receive that, because I do have a partnership with Mill Creek. Actually, they send me their Blu-rays and stuff to watch and review and show off to you guys. So hopefully I'll be getting that soon, because that is going to be a glorious disaster to rewatch again. I'm really going to enjoy my rewatch of Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. But another one that's coming out with that line is Babe. I'm trying to think who the heck was in that movie. I think the movie's called Babe. I think that it might be John Goodman. John Goodman, yeah, John Goodman played Babe Ruth. So I'm excited for that one. And then Gorillas in the Mist is also getting released. So there's some good Mill Creek retro VHS Blu-rays that are coming out. All right, 4K Media guys said, what shelves do you have? I know that they're Atlantic. I can't think of the full name for them, but they hold like 672 Blu-rays or something. Not this one that's right behind me. So when I first started collecting like hardcore, I think I did it in like late 2016. I got this shelf right behind me. And then like a year later, I got this shelf because I ran out of room on this one. And then a year later, I grabbed this one. And then a year later, I got the other one that's down there. So every year I grab like another shelf to add to my collection. And they seem to be filling up faster and faster as the years go. So I'm hoping to eventually just, my entire room is just encased in Blu-rays. And that's my dream that I have. You know, some people have grander dreams of fame and glory, and I dream of just being surrounded by Blu-rays and just sitting in the middle, just kind of sprawled out like Scrooge McDuck or something, you know. Let's see. Sam Jr. said, "Do you have any movies that are not opened yet?" Like half of them, dude. I think that people that are collectors will understand this, but it's like you get the case of sometimes your eyes are a little bit bigger than your stomach when it comes to like purchasing physical media. It's like you go out and you buy all these movies, and it's like, I'll get to them at some point. I'll watch this at some point. And then time goes by and it doesn't happen. But I always get to them eventually. Like eventually, it's just that I'll watch one and I'll buy 10, you know? So it's like, it feels like you're never going to catch up. If I like stop buying stuff today and just really committed to watching everything in my collection, I could probably do it by the end of Q1. But it's not going to happen. There's going to be awesome stuff that comes out in 2021 that I'm going to be excited to buy. And I don't know. It's fun though. Either way, I like buying. So I just like having it. I just like having it because it'll always be mine. And you know, it doesn't matter. In 2050, I could watch a Blu-ray that I bought in 2017, but I'll get to it. You know, so that's just the way I feel about it. Let's see. Sam Jr. said, "What's your ranking of the Terminator movies?" So let's see. Number 6 is I'll say Salvation. I don't really enjoy it. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I just don't remember enjoying it. I respect it because it's really different from all the other ones. But I don't remember enjoying it. I need to rewatch it though, to be honest. But I'll say number 6, Salvation. I'll say number 5, Genesis. I'll say number 4, Terminator 3. I'll say number 3, Dark Fate. I enjoyed Dark Fate for what it was. I'll say number 2 is Terminator, and number 1 is Terminator 2. Terminator 2 is in my top 10 movies of all time, so that one was a no-brainer. Let's see. Andrew Fio said, "You work 13-hour days and still do YouTube. You're the man." Oh, man. But luckily, it's only 3 days a week that I do those 13 to 14-hour days. I used to have a job where I worked 6 days a week, and they were all like 12, 13, 14-hour days. So I'm blessed right now with the job that I have. I'm thankful for it because I only work 42, 43 hours a week at that job. And then I have time to do this throughout the week. So it is hard because it feels like I'm literally always working. I work all weekend, and then I come home and then I think about what I'm going to do for my YouTube channel for the week, or Instagram, or all that. But it's what I love doing. So yeah, I don't know. It's cool. Let's see. Predam Singh Gada. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, man. Hey, Ken, what's up? What's up, man? I love this guy. He's always got some positive comments and stuff to say on my videos. Thank you for joining me here tonight. Andrew Fio said, "Thanks for your videos." Thank you for watching, man. Thank you for watching. I'm thankful to just be able to do this. And every day it's like, it blows my mind that I put out these videos and people actually watch them. And not only watch them, but like comment and interact with me. I just appreciate it so much, to be honest with you, because I just started doing YouTube really at the beginning of this year. January is when I really started committing to putting out videos consistently. And it's been so rewarding, and I love it. And I love all of you guys for checking out my stuff. And I just really appreciate it. And thank you all for being here tonight as well. Let's see. Pray Doom said, "Do you plan to do an end of the year list, including best or worst film of the year?" Yes, I do plan to do both my top 10 best films of 2020 and my top 10 worst films of 2020, because I've never done a worst film list before. But this year had a lot of stinkers that I think we got to talk about. So I'll be doing a worst list and a best list probably sometime either in the middle of January or at the end of January, because I do want to make sure I see everything that I want to see before I do that. So let's see. Gotham says, my dreams are the same as yours. I'm assuming that you're talking about being engulfed in Blu-rays. So yeah, that's awesome. Andrew Fio said, do you buy from Hamilton Books? I have never bought for them. I am aware of them. I've been on the site before. I've just never found anything that kind of struck my fancy when I got on there. It's been a lot of stuff that I've already owned, but I do want to get into buying more from Hamilton Books, though, because I know they do run some good deals sometimes. I don't get on there all the time. It's just when I do, I don't find anything really that I want to grab. Sam Jr. said, what's your favorite John Carpenter movie? It's Halloween. It's definitely Halloween. I love Halloween, but a close second to Halloween is The Thing. That's one of my top 10 horror movies of all time. Halloween's one of my top 10 horror movies of all time. That's my number 3. And The Thing is probably about number 9 or 10, but they're both so good. I can see a time, because I wasn't always as high on The Thing. I've always enjoyed it, but I didn't recently gain an appreciation like I do now for it until recently, within the last couple of years or so. That's such a good movie, such a good sci-fi horror movie with great performances, and Kurt Russell's freaking awesome in it. Halloween's a classic, though. It's hard to beat that. Michael Myers is like super close to my heart as far as like iconic slashers and horror. That's literally how I got started watching movies, or watching horror movies, was with Halloween and Freddy and Jason and all them. So it's like that, those always stick out in my mind. And it's always just real close to my heart and soul is those movies. But like I said, I can see a day, maybe 10, 15 years from now, where things surpasses Halloween in terms of importance for me. I also love Christine. And the interesting thing about Christine is it is the only time that Stephen King and John Carpenter collabed together to make a movie. So I think that's pretty cool. Like two masters of horror in their respected fields got together to make a movie. And I think Christine's freaking great. I love it. Came out of 4K a couple of years ago. That you guys should buy it if you get a chance. It's a great transfer as well. Let's see. That's a good question, Sam. I enjoyed that question. 4K Media Guy said, do you enjoy prequel or sequels movies more for Star Wars? So I would say, I need to go back and rewatch the prequels, but I would say probably prequels, because the sequel trilogy let me down. With Rise of Skywalker, I did not like that movie. And Wonder Woman 1984, I got the same feeling with that movie when I watched it that I did with Rise of Skywalker. I disliked it on that level. It just really let me down. I like The Last Jedi. I like The Force Awakens. I really like The Force Awakens. It blew my mind the first time. That movie goes down a little bit for me every time I watch it. And especially after I've seen Rise of Skywalker and the disaster that movie does, or was, it almost retroactively makes those first two films worse to me. And it's, yeah, I don't enjoy them that much. Or I don't enjoy Rise of Skywalker, and I haven't even went back to watch The Last Jedi or The Force Awakens since. Rogue One's okay, Solo's okay, but I think that as far as like pure imagination and world building, what George Lucas did with those prequels, they're not the best movies. They're not the most well written. They don't have the best dialogue. They don't have the best performances. I think the ideas in them are very strong and good enough to carry those films to not greatness, but being good and interesting to watch. I think the narrative is much more focused in the prequels than it is in any other Star Wars trilogy. And I would even include the original movies in that. Just as far as like from A to B, it's the story of Anakin Skywalker's fall to the dark side. I think that is a very interesting story. I don't think the execution was as great as it could have been. But it is a very interesting story and a very compelling story, and a very character-driven story. And I do like those movies a lot. I know some parts of them are dumb, but I like those movies a lot. And I think that The Mandalorian is actually making me appreciate the prequels even more. So yeah, that was a great question as well. Let's see. 4K Media Guy said, are you excited for Resident Evil movie reboots? If they finally make it good, I mean, I like the first two Resident Evils okay, but the other ones were terrible. Terrible adaptations of those games. It just went completely off the rails to the point where it just wasn't Resident Evil anymore. I mean, I love the games. I played 1 through 5 and beat those. I stopped at 6 and I haven't played 7 yet. 6 was a horrible game. Let's see. What's the funniest moments in Home Alone? Probably, I'm trying to think. Probably when he puts the spider on Harry's head and he screams like a girl. I laugh every time that happens in the movie. Me and my family watched it together. We all laughed together. It was such a great family experience together. You know, so it's the fun thing about watching movies, especially like in a group, is experiencing it together. Joe Wagner said, I think he's new to the chat. What's up, man? Can we see your Criterion collection? You want to see my Criterion collection? You know, this is my first live stream. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you, Joe. Let me see if I can get my mic off. Because I'll have to go grab them all. Sorry, I'm struggling. I'm struggling here. All right, we'll go through this real quick, like lightning quick. I got Bottle Rocket. Also Videodrome. I got Don't Look Now. I actually got this for $1 at a thrift store. I got Roma. I got the Night of the Living Dead. Silence of the Lambs. Princess Bride. Do the Right Thing. This is a beautiful box set, by the way. It's probably the best one in the whole set. Blue Velvet, David Lynch. Got The Elephant Man. Seven Samurai. Vampire. All About Eve. Scanners. Dazed and Confused. I love this set too. Love it. Barry Lyndon. War of the Worlds. Notorious. Rosemary's Baby. Top horror film for me. The Uninvited, which I haven't even opened yet. I got this for 15 bucks. I think this is one of the first Criterions I ever bought. Come and See and The Great Escape. So a lot of cool Criterions. Oh, I got one more back here. I haven't even showed this one off yet on the channel, but I got Eraserhead from David Lynch. A lot of David Lynch films in my collection. So let's see. Let's see. All right, so Gotham says, I hope Wonder Woman 84 doesn't make it to your worst movies list. Watching it tomorrow in theaters. Hope I'll love it and excited for both your lists. Listen, man, I'm not going to reveal that just yet. I don't think it'll make it on my worst. Sorry. I don't think it'll make it on my worst, but don't be surprised if it does. Don't be surprised if it does. I did not like the movie. 4K Media Guy said WW84 is getting bad reviews from critics and audiences. Yeah, it was like an 89%, and then it just like fell off a cliff once the review embargo lifted. It went down to like 68. I don't even know where it's at right now, but it's much deserved. Honestly, that movie deserves like a freaking 40 or something. It's a failure of a movie to me. Andrew Field says, do you loan your movies out to family and friends? No, sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll loan them out to my family, but I'll tell you one thing. When I give somebody a movie to borrow, I do not give them the case. I have this like stock Blu-ray case with nothing in it. It's kind of like my rental case. And that's how I rent movies out. I'll rent the disc out, but they're not getting my cases. They're not touching my cases. Those are staying in my collection till the day I die. Joe Wagner says, what do you know about Takashi Miki? I got to look him up. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about. Um, he's up there with like Kurosawa, right? They're both in the same time period as far as Japanese directors. I really need to get more into classic films. I'm hoping to in 2021. I got Seven Samurai. I really want to watch this soon. Maybe do a Criterion release review of it on this channel if you guys would be interested in that. Let's see. Andrew Fio says, "How many movies do you have?" Um, I'd say somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000 or so. Maybe like 1,000 Blu-rays, maybe like 200, 300 DVDs or something like that. So probably like 1,300 or something. Eddie's in here. What's up, Eddie? How you doing tonight, man? How was your Christmas? What did you get for Christmas? What did everybody get for Christmas? What Blu-rays and 4Ks did you get? Because I know you guys got some cool Blu-rays or 4Ks or what was it, cool collectibles. I got this really awesome Friday the 13th Jason uh, which I still have out upstairs or something. I wish I would have brought it down here. It's going on my display case behind me. But yeah, I got a lot of cool things for Christmas that I need to show off. But let's see. Sam Jr. said, "What's your favorite Will Ferrell movie?" That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I gotta think about that for a second. I want to say Elf just because I'm really high on Elf right now. Like I saw it close to Christmas. I really love that movie. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. Let's see. Anchorman, that has to be up there. I love him in old school. I wouldn't say that that's a Will Ferrell movie, but I do love him in old school. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know, it's probably Anchorman. It's probably Anchorman if I'm being honest. I love Anchorman. I don't love Anchorman 2 that much, but Anchorman is great. Talladega Nights, I also love it. I love the early Will Ferrell movies. I think he kind of fell off a little bit in quality when he got to that semi-pro era of his career. Let's see. 4K Media Guy said, "Have you done a 4K collection video?" I have actually, but it was a long time ago that I did that video. I think it was like back in April or May when I did that video. So I bought a lot of 4Ks since then. I might do an update to that video sometime in 2021. Maybe like at the year mark, possibly, maybe like April 2021. But I do have a 4K collection that has a lot of the 4Ks that I own in it. So you just have to go back. If you go into my collection videos playlist on my channel, you'll find it in there. Um, let's see, Mufasa. Mufasa is here. Mickey is more horror. Okay, that's what I thought. Wasn't there like a big collection box set that came out for that? Wasn't there a big collection box set that came out for him? Wasn't like was it Criterion that released it? Let me know. Let me know. Sam Jr. said, "Good night, Ken. I'm going to bed night." Thanks for joining, man. I appreciate it. I know this is late. I know people that need to go to bed. Some people got to work tomorrow, so I appreciate it. I'm going to be wrapping this up probably in about 10 to 15 minutes, but I appreciate everybody being in here tonight. This was awesome. I'm definitely going to be doing more of these. I want to make it like a Sunday thing. I'll probably go live, and not this late usually. It'll probably be about 9:30 or 10 when I usually go live on Sunday nights. But yeah, I want to start doing these every Sunday nights. It's a night that works for me, I think. Let's see. Lou Salso said, "Hello. Is this pre-recorded?" It is not, man. I'm live right in your face right now. Not pre-recorded at all. 4K Media said, "Step Brothers." Eddie S said, "I had a great Christmas, picked up Blu-rays at Dollar General and FYE, and got some AirPods as well." Awesome, man. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Did you get the buy one, get one at Dollar General? Because they weren't working when I tried to do it at my Dollar General. It really upset me. It was right before Thanksgiving. AJ React says, "Yo, Ken, Mandalorian spoilers or WW84?" No, I'm not going to talk any spoilers, even though I kind of spoiled things in the beginning of the stream. But AJ's awesome. I was on his live stream earlier tonight on his channel. We were just doing a Q&A on there with some awesome people talking movies and stuff. So definitely check out his channel. He's in the chat. AJ Reacts too. Yeah, so Mandalorian spoilers. I love the last episode of the Mandalorian season 2. It was great. It kind of makes me a little apprehensive because it's like, where do you go from there? It felt like the end of a series and not the end of a season. I know that they can do some things with it, but it felt like they really put a stamp on that series. And I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it kind of made me sad for the future of the Mandalorian, but also excited at the same time. I don't know. I'm interested to see where they take the show from that point, though, considering what happens at the end. And Wonder Woman 84 is not good. It's not a good movie. Um, it was a dumpster fire of a movie, if I'm being honest. It's a horrible movie. It's Batman and Robin from the Joel Schumacher era bad to me. Like there are scenes in that movie that would be ripped straight out of a 90s cheese superhero movie. It's just not good. Joe Wegner says Mickey started making movies at the same time as Tarantino. However, Mickey has made over 100 films so far, so I guess you could argue Tarantino has gone for quality over quantity. Itchy and The Killer. I think I've heard of that one. And Audition. Audition. I have Audition. Hold on. I have it on DVD, actually. I got this at a Goodwill. I bought it for like $2 at a Goodwill. I found it. I still need to watch this movie because I haven't seen it yet. So that's going on the watch pile as well. So, okay. I've heard of him then. I have heard of that director. So I'll check that out at some point. All right. Gotham said, I know it's a tough question, but do you look ready to answer Marvel or DC? Also, did you watch The Mandalorian remaining episodes after getting spoilers? I did watch them all. I've seen them all now. And yeah, the spoilers, man, I don't know why you put a thumbnail up on YouTube that has the image from the final scenes of the movie or the TV show on it, the morning it freaking drops on Disney Plus. Like, what kind of a jackass does that? I don't get it. I don't get what compels somebody to spoil something the morning of. Because it's like, I get on YouTube. I do YouTube stuff. I get on Instagram. It's like, I'm working. I'm doing stuff. I'm putting reviews up. I can't avoid this because this is what I do. So when I get on YouTube first thing in the morning to like check comments or how my video's doing or whatever, the first thing I see a thumbnail pop up with a spoiler of the last image of freaking The Mandalorian. I'm like, why? Like, why do you, I get you're hungry for clicks, but why are you doing this? It's just such a jackass move. And it pissed me off, to be honest, more than anything has pissed me off as far as like spoilers and recently, because I really didn't want that spoiled for me. I feel like it brought the moment down a little bit for me when I watched it because I already knew it was coming. But yeah, whatever. It's okay. Marvel or DC? I would say at this point in time, Marvel. I mean, I think their movies are better. I think it's not really controversial to say that. I think they're pretty objectively better movies as far as Marvel's concerned. They definitely have built their universe a lot better. Spider-Man is, I would say like Spider-Man and Batman are like neck and neck for my favorite superhero. They're the ones that have been with me the longest. I'm not a big comic book guy. I grew up with Spider-Man the animated series, X-Men the animated series, and Batman the animated series. That is how I got into watching comic book movies. So yeah, I'll say Marvel just because I think they do better movies and they built their universe better right now. I think that the potential is there for DC, but not if they keep putting out shit like Wonder Woman 1984. I know that. If the Batman delivers like that movie did, dude, there's going to be war in the streets because people will be flipping out. Lou Sansel says, "Oh, please show nips." I can't show my nips tonight, man. Can't do that tonight. Not on the first live stream. Maybe episode 10. I'll do that. Mufasa said, "I purchased Audition, but it was edited. Was able to get the unedited version. Great movie. Awesome. Yeah, I need to check that out." AJ Reacts says, "Would you rather hear Mandalorian spoilers or watch Wonder Woman 84? To be honest, I would have rather have, because I wouldn't have seen Wonder Woman 84 by the time I could have got those spoilers. So I would have rather watched Wonder Woman 84 because I watched it anyway, you know? So yeah, I'll watch Wonder Woman 84 over getting spoiled. God, it's really bad because I don't feel like watching it. I know I probably need to watch it again because I feel like I'm really like raw and negative about the movie. And I feel like I'm being a little too harsh and it might not deserve it. Maybe I should go back and rewatch it, but I have no desire to do it at all. So it's tough. Adam says, "I agree. It felt like the end of the series. I'm also quite nervous about season 3. I know there's just something that happens that I'm like, if you do a season 3 and this particular character is not in it because they're off doing something else, it's going to take a lot of the magic and what I loved about that series away from it. So I'm very conflicted about it without giving spoilers. Mufasa said Gunn is doing Suicide Squad, right? Yep. he is doing Suicide Squad. That's supposed to come out, I believe, on HBO Max in 2021 at some point. I don't know the exact date, but all right, guys, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cut this live stream off for tonight. I appreciate everybody that came to join me. This was freaking awesome. I'm going to start doing these every Sunday night, probably a little earlier, around 9:30, 10 o'clock. But yeah, stay tuned to my channel this week. I'm doing my physical media report tomorrow. I'm doing my Blu-ray hunt this week. I'm probably going to be dropping a review for Soul tomorrow as well. I'm going to be doing my top 50 pieces of physical media that came out in 2020 this week. I'm going to be dropping that on my channel. That's going to be a very big, ambitious video that's probably going to be about an hour or so. So strap in for that. But it's going to be cool. And then I'm going to be doing my top 25 first-time watches for this year. I'm going to be reviewing Total Recall on 4K, Videodrome Criterion. I'm really trying to up the content on this channel, give you a lot of stuff to watch and enjoy. So I definitely appreciate it. If you watch it, hit that like button. Drop me a comment, guys. Don't be shy. Comment your thoughts on the video. We'll have a conversation. I love interacting with you guys. This was a freaking awesome stream. Amazing. So glad to have everybody that came. Super awesome. But I'll go ahead and read a couple more things in the chat before we get off here. Joe Wegner said there's another Takashi Miike film titled Sunuka Western Django that was released in 2007 and stars Tarantino. I think is that the one Arrow did a Steelbook special edition release of? I was trying to get that from them because I got somewhat of a partnership with Arrow, but they don't always send me all their new stuff. I was trying to get that from them last year, and they said they were going to send it, and they never did. So I need to watch that one. Andrew Field said good night. Good night, Andrew. So yeah, appreciate all of y'all joining. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that like button before we end the stream. I would definitely appreciate that. And yeah, guys, this was really cool, really awesome. Appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate you guys joining me here tonight. And I'm going to figure out how to actually turn this stream off real quick. Let's see. All right. See you guys later.